Here we go. Continuing again with the improvement in 30 days and how you can speed things up and not take forever to upgrade your self image, upgrade your life. So, I'm sharing with you, this will be the second video from this amazing book from my friend and mentor. And the title of this book, this chapter, he calls it You're a Liar. And it's a strong word, really, really strong. You're a liar. When somebody says you're a liar, it's kind of offending, right? We get offended, and right away it puts a nice, beautiful title, nice, beautiful scripture as well from Thomas Jefferson. He who permits himself to tell a lie once finds it much easier to do it a second and a third time till at length it becomes habitual. So if we tell ourselves a lie again and again and again and again, guess what happens? It becomes the truth. And that's how media works. That's how negativity works. That's how there's so much turbulence and there's so much negative, wrong things happening out there. So you gotta be careful on the source. Now here's the second level to this. It says lies bring shame, and truth set you free. We've all heard the term, the truth shall set you free. That when you lie to yourself again and again and again and again, it's gonna be deep. It's gonna get be rooted. And if you had started this at an early age, not even knowing, it's even a whole lot worse. Now, some people even live in families that lie all the time. Some people live in a deserted area where there's a lot of abuse, a lot of negativity, and there's so much going on in the neighborhood that there's so much lying. So imagine what that does to them. I mean, that is huge, and this is how people get lost because the whole environment that they're in is full of lies. When the whole environment is full of lies, it becomes natural to lie. So you become a witness to this deceit. You become a witness to the negativity. You become a witness to what has been happening around you. How many times you've actually been at a place and some people are lying and you feel it, like you can tell. That's why the truth will set you free, right? Really pretty cool thing to think about, and how you can stop judging yourself and you can stop lying to yourself about what you want to be. Now, people lie to themselves all the time. Let's say you want to go to the gym and you don't go. That's lying to yourself. Let's say you want to show up on time and you don't. You're lying to yourself on whoever is going to be there. And it becomes habitual. You can't even get out of it. So what happens, you start becoming insecure. You start becoming mixed up with all these different messages. So you need to put a stop to it. You need to make a decision. I'm big on making decisions that I stop changing. Like, for example, last month, I decided to actually get back into the habit of working out. And it took me about 19 days to really overcome the difficulty of sticking to it. And trust me, after the third and fourth day, I was excited and stuff. So then I started getting sore by the fifth day, sixth day, seventh day. I was like, oh my God, I got to go again. I'm on the treadmill again. Actually, I even posted about it as to, oh my God, how is this supposed to feel good? You're on the treadmill or the elliptical, but I had to do it, right? Because I made that decision. So if you don't make the decision to stop lying to yourself, you're kidding yourself, you're fooling yourself. So you have to make that decision. And that's at first we make the decision, then you gotta persist, and then you're gonna need some coaching and accountability to get through it. Because like I said before, you gotta do it by yourself, but you can't do it alone. Now most people will try to do it alone because we think it's possible, and it's not. It took me 22 years to figure out that I needed some help. I need some coaching from the which passed away now, Bob Proctor. So you gotta stop lying to yourself. You gotta decide once of all, that's it. You're gonna have to face the truth. And I'm gonna give you some examples and some questions that you can answer to really move forward. Now I'm gonna read from this book again, and as we go along, I'll show more and more from this book with you. A person can lie so much that they begin to think it's the truth. The more I lied, the worse I felt about myself. The shame and regret that comes with lying ate away at me on the inside. Later in life, the lies created anxiety and depression, and they caused me to withdraw and detach from myself and others. I believe this is how I began to lose the connection with myself. So if you think back, how long have you been lying to yourself? How long have you been on the wrong track? And one lie goes to another lie, goes to another lie, goes to another. See, sometimes I think I've used this term where I sleep at night with peace and ease because I don't have any headaches. I don't lie. I just say it the way it is. Now, sometimes that can get you in trouble. Now, it doesn't mean you have to tell everybody everything, but I mean, you just don't lie. You say it the way it is. So at your core level, you have to replace the lying and the deceit with integrity and ethics, and it's got to become part of you. The truth, right? The truth will set you free. It says here, what's more, lying creates inner conflict, erodes your self worth, and adds more second guessing and breeds some more shame. Hmm, these are big words. Lying creates inner conflict, erodes self worth, adds more second guessing, and breeds more shame. I stacked up my lies like a scorecard against myself. I was a loser. So, how many people feel that? How many people think they're that because that's what has happened to them? You are probably relating to this in one way or another. Might not be everything, but probably in one thing. And that's the one thing that you might need to change to chop a little bit more, right? So if you're feeling emptiness, if you're feeling the thing where you don't even want to go to work, or you don't want to proceed, or you don't have any exciting projects, or you don't have anything, your life is not going anywhere, it's because there's something going on that you need to let go of. We're gonna eventually talk about letting go and letting God of something. I'm gonna teach you some examples how to do that and some practical tips. I'm more of a hands-on guy. See, as an engineer, right? I like to fix things. I like to touch things. I want to see how things work. So everything I share with you, I've tested and I made it work, and that's why how I know this works. It says here, I felt something was missing in me. It was a feeling of emptiness that left a hole in my heart, and I had convinced myself that there was something wrong with me. What was missing was a relationship with myself, which I found through understanding my true self better and letting go of my mistaken identity. So Solomon said, in everything we do, get understanding. And how do you get understanding? You study, you think, you spend some time with people who are actually hopefully better than you. So if you're feeling the emptiness, if you're feeling that hole, if you're feeling that your heart is not fulfilled, is because there you've convinced yourself of something about you that's probably not true. You think is true, but probably it's not true. And some people will find a way to get out of it through coaching, through mentorship, through religion, through some other means to get out of it. Like I said, you got to do it by yourself, but you can't do it alone. And it's much better with somebody who has done it before again and again, because then it makes it easier. Then we can really see where is it at that you're starting to give you the right exercises. If you don't tell the truth, it causes an internal conflict. And you're gonna have to start remembering, especially if you don't tell the truth for on the same story, right? You tell this guy that, you tell that guy that, and you tell that family that. How are you gonna know? How are you gonna remember? It's gonna create that conflict. How are you gonna sleep at night at ease? You won't. You'll be troubled. You'll be a troubled individual. So there's negative, and then there's positive. So negative is worry, fear, and doubt, right? Worry, doubt, and fear. Positive is study, knowledge, and understanding, and that's faith. So you got to stop lying so that you be on the positive side. And I challenge you to tell the truth. I challenge you to stop changing things. I challenge you to let the truth and this positivity to be the right thing in your life, and things will start moving. And you're gonna have to make that decision. Now you might not believe me right now, but you might have to borrow the belief. I recall that class very, very well. You have to borrow the belief. The belief creates the fact. The truth feels good and lies feel bad. You know when you're lying. Have you ever been to a place where you went in and you wanted to be at that visit, you to be at that house or that restaurant? It happened to me to restaurants many times where you go there and you're hungry and you can't wait to have, and but you feel it's not right, that the energy is not right. because intuition never lies. Now I'm in touch with my intuition and I have a higher awareness, so I know how that feels. You probably felt it a little bit, but you probably didn't don't trust it. So you, as you start moving away from lying and into the truth, you are gonna start feeling good. Truth feels good and lies feels bad, right? Take a risk and connect with yourself and discover who you really are. There's nobody in the universe like you. You're special and you're a gift. Don't dare bury that in a lie. Right? So if you really want to start feeling better, if you want to start improving and you want to get this to work for you in 30 days, you got to continue this journey. You got to continue watching these things. You got to do the questions that I'm asking you to do. I'm giving it to you for free. I paid thousands of dollars for this, thousands of time spent. You don't need to spend the years like I did. You don't need to spend the year that my mentors did. You just take it and run with it. But you're going to have to buy in. You got to go all in, not like halfway. If you do halfway, you get halfway. If you dabble, you dabble. You gotta stop being a dabbler. Stop being a liar. That's what I had to do. And that's what I'm sharing with you what you're going to have to do. I'm going to tell you a few more stories as we go along. Now, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel? How amazing do you want to feel, right? So the exercise for tonight is going to be, what I did before is you first, after this lesson, like, what did you learn? What's your one takeaway or two takeaway like from it? Like, are you gonna stop lying to yourself? Are you scared from some things that happen and you keep lying about them? So when you get on a piece of paper and uh, start writing on it, for example, what are the things that you're gonna start being honest about in your life, right? If you want to start feeling free, and the truth will set you free, what would be some of the things that you would actually uh, let go of, or confess, or stop doing, and start doing some new things so that you feel that freedom, right? What's going to free you up? Now this is where some people get confused. This doesn't mean you have to go on a rant. It doesn't mean you have to go and tell the world about everything about you. You just have to do it for yourself. You can, but you just do it for yourself. Now, out of this list that you've made up, the truth that you want to tell, right? What's one that you're going to start practicing? Because you're going to have to take a little bit to learn about it, right? You have to stop faking it. So many of you are fake, and I want you to get real with yourself and get on that right trajectory. I know you want to show up confident. I know you want to show up strong. I know you want to show up persuasive. But for you to be like that as a manager, as an executive, as an engineer, you're gonna have to stop faking it. That's what I'm talking about. Your mind is gonna avoid you from doing this. But these are the questions that you're gonna have. So now, if you want them in writing, if you want to reach out. I'll give you a snippet of the picture of it, and we go from there. So hopefully this served you. All right. So that was kind of the second one. Tomorrow we're gonna talk. We're gonna continue this on another level, in another dimension. Really glad I came up with this idea because I'm learning a lot about the same questions. Because when I go back and look at what I wrote 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, things change. And that means there's growth. And I want the same for you. I want you to have this accelerated level of growth so that in 30 days, you can become more confident. You can really 10 times your results. Here's another story. And we're going to finish with that. See, most companies want to improve by a few percent a year, right? 2%, 3%, 5%. But how come why or your corporation don't do that? If the companies want to improve, you should be improving yourself. That's why I improve myself every day. So you can probably improve yourself a whole lot more than 2% or 3% or 5%. You can do 10%, 10 times, 50 times. I'm serious about this. It's up to you to make it a habit. It's up to you to make it a thing of learning. So I want you to stop lying to yourself. I want you to start thinking of learning and growing, and really start the journey to upgrading every area in your life, in your fitness, in your health, in your condition, in your relationships. and then the sky is the limit. There's always another level, but have fun with it and enjoy. All right, that helps you reach out. That's the site right there, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow.